playtime, it's play guy. Cause we ain't talking about practice like AI. Sports professors spit the best takes out like AI. Artfully intelligent, I can't write mine. Rhyme citing your girl's DMs like Messi after the goal time. That was a triple entendre, did you catch me rambling? Flipping Simone Biles, we the bottom line champions.
I need my hands. Let's
go, street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, J-N-O. Sports professor, you know. Yo, street professor, I'm back, baby, like I never left. Bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Street! Stop!
Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.
Go hard.
Go hard,
Go home. Go home.
When the circle's on my home, can't get me out of my zone.
Let's go.
Yes,
Time to go hard or go home. The bottom line sports.
Go hard. Go.
That's right, baby. Go hard or go home time. It's the bottom line sports. Here, episode 75, an all NFL wrap-up show. Wrapping it up. Time to go home. I'm Flo. The guy over there, that's Ken. The guy down there is Hot Take Jake, and the guy over there in the little corner right there, that's the sports professor. Here we are, episode 75.
Hey.
NFL, wrap it up, baby.
What up? Let's
What
go.
up, guys?
Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now.
Let's go.
In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad.
Oh. All right, yeah, we're gonna start the
Man,
episode.
Eagles, man.
Yeah, before we get started, guys, hey, real quick, I just want to get this out there. We just want to say real quick and then get into our show, but our thoughts and prayers are with Dan Harris' family and friends. The founder of Let's Talk Sports passed away last Sunday. Unfortunately, lost his battle with cancer. He helped connect many content creators, including our own Omar, the sports professor, connected them with us, who's a part of our Bottom Line Sports team now. Thanks to Dan and all his hard work over the years, many content creators have been partnered and teamed up. And so shout out to Dan and Harris and all his family, prayers and thoughts with him and his family as they grieve his losses. We all kind of grieve his loss in the sports community. So shout out to him. All right. All right, let's get into this, guys. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all those good things. We got 1363 on the Facebook group, almost up to 1400. We're getting there. Hey, if you have an iPhone, it shows up as 1400 actually. But I mean, hey, it's good enough. But anyway,
I would actually like to make
that's right, 1400.
No, I would like to make a correction though, because it does on
Flo.
Android as well. And
Does
so
it?
last week,
Okay.
when I introduced the show flow last week, I said 1430 because I thought that's what it was because it said over 1400 on my phone. So I told everybody we had over 1400.
No, yeah, it rounds up after 1351. I think it rounds up on most of them, and then when you click on actual, it shows that it's not that many. But yeah. But shout out, hey, we're gonna get that 1400 pretty soon. You can also catch us the day after. I try to post on Spotify if you want to listen to us in your car, or at work, at the gym, or whatever. You can listen to us on those different platforms. So, yep, here we go. We're getting into this. Man, we appreciate.
Hey, tell them where they can subscribe. Flo, tell them where they can subscribe.
And you can subscribe on any platform that we are on: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, at The Bottom Line Sports, and even on Spotify. We are at The Bottom Line Sports.
And especially Facebook. Come join that group. Especially Facebook.
For sure. Come join that group. We appreciate everybody, all those who are currently a part of that. And go join us on help us build up that YouTube. We're currently on all these channels, and we're just trying to build it up, build a community. Sports Professor, Hot Take Jake. We got some good content here, good crew here who get along well, and also talk a lot of trash to each other. Speaking of talking trash, do we even need to touch on the Thursday night football? Is it even necessary? I mean, do we need to pull out the bag? And is it time? I know Omar wants to talk about it. I don't know if Jake wants to talk about it. But yeah, should we need to pull out the bag? I don't know. We need to... We 1-5, baby. 1-5.
Hey, Jake, I'm gonna support you in one way.
Go ahead, Kent. Go ahead, Ken. Say what you gotta say.
Hey, for me, Jake. Hey, Jake, for me, man,
ahead.
I think you guys look halfway decent as a team, man. Let me pull up everything from Thursday night, man. The score was 8-19.
Okay, give us the stats.
Let me pull up the numbers. 8-19.
All right.
Hey, Russell Wilson went 13 for 22, 95 yards, 1 touchdown, 27. That was pathetic. 95 yards, 13 for 22.
Repeat that line again.
Wait, repeat that again, Kent.
Repeat that line again.
What did Russell Wilson have? Go ahead one more time.
He went 13 for 22, 95 yards, 1 touchdown,
yards.
2 interceptions.
Was that 95 rushing yards? No, that wasn't
95 team penalty yards. Is that
No, that 95 passing yards.
Wow.
By the once great Russell Wilson.
You're on mute, which is even more hilarious. Mute master. New mute master.
Yeah, you're on mute, Jake, so we can't even hear you,
that
man.
being said, yeah.
Now listen.
Go ahead.
So what I was saying is Javonte Williams 10 receptions, 52 yards. Russell Wilson 4 carries, 31 yards. As far as their receivers are trash. The only receiver they got is Cortland Sutton, 4 receptions, 46 yards. I mean, your defense looked pretty decent. Your defense looked really good. I will give credit where credit is due. The defense of the Broncos looked good. You guys held Kansas City to 19 points. I will give you that. But offensively, let's go back to the drawing board and start all over again for you guys, Jake. Honestly.
Hey, do you want to get into this, Jake, or you want Omar to go first? Huh? Jake? You speechless? Or what? Can you?
I think he muted. Can't hear him.
Muted again. Mute master. New mute master. Not me anymore.
The new mute master. Hot Take Jake.
Oh, he had to go. All right, well, I'll pick it up.
Go ahead, pick it up, Omar.
Let me pick up the slack here from Hot Take Jake as I normally do.
He'll be back.
Whenever you give a hot, horrible take, I just come through with something better. That being said, the Broncos are horrible. The Broncos are horrible, and that is no hot take whatsoever. The Broncos have been bad for the past 2 seasons. The Broncos are possibly even worse now than they were last season. So after Sean Payton talked all of that crap, besmirched the name of Nathaniel Hackett, who
just beat the Eagles, by the way. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes, and who beat them last week. After all of that, Sean Payton is coaching a worse team, a team that is worse all around, a team that has the same quarterback with these same issues. I don't necessarily agree with the receiving core to the extent that Can does, but you can see that they are trying to get rid of Jerry Jeudy. The rumors are for a reason. So they are going to blow this up. They are going to restart over, and Sean Payton is going to bring in all his own players, including a new quarterback, and then hopefully next year, after all the crying is done this year by the Broncos fans, we can bring the sad Broncos fan back next year because they're going to suck again no matter who he gets, unless y'all somehow magically get Caleb Williams would be the only one, I believe, that would fit in that offense. Sean Payton.
Hey, Jake.
Go ahead, Jake.
Jake, you let him talk to you like that, Jake?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
Here's what I'll say, and I said this already.
Hey.
I talked already, struck it down. I think it should already be fixed. But I think Sean Payton's one more game. That's what I was hearing from the source. I was talking to John Elway the other day.
One more game?
Yes. If he plays and fails against the Packers, Russell Wilson will never start another down at the Denver Broncos quarterback.
And who's your backup?
This last
Jared Stidham, isn't it?
Was this
Stidham?
I mean, if you want those problems, that's cool. If you want those problems, that's fine.
Yeah, you want those problems?
I mean, you're going to suck either way. If you're going to pay him the money, you might as well play him at quarterback and just suck with him there.
No. Sean Payton already knows what's going to happen. I think Sean Payton, if we lose next week, will be going for Caleb Williams. So, a top 2 quarterback in the league. So, Corey, wait a little bit, and don't worry. We got to here. Sean Payton,
oh, man.
In Sean Payton, we trust.
Oh, so you're still Sean Payton? You're still with Sean Payton?
Dude, get off Sean Payton. He ain't gonna bring you nowhere but ruin. That's all he's gonna bring you.
It ain't Sean Payton, man.
It's
He
not.
ain't that guy, man.
It's not, but it is because Sean Payton's the one that picks the team, and his players are not up to par. And I mean, let's be honest, that was not a well-called game at all from an offensive standpoint. If we're to be honest about it.
Okay.
So,
I think Russ is behind. I think Russ is not in.
I mean, we told you that, but you said 13 wins in the AFC Championship, so I don't know.
Let him go live it
so
up.
Wait. So are you still wishful thinking that they're going to make the AFC Championship game?
I want to see what Drew Stidham does.
Oh my God! Oh no, you did not.
Okay, so you haven't given that up yet.
No,
you have not given that up yet.
I'm done.
Hey,
I'm gonna go.
3 weeks ago, we thought the Bengals were done for, and they have dramatically changed the way. So,
oh wow! So you haven't given up on them making the AFC Championship.
I think that we got a shot.
We're gonna have to go back to your old name, the Bronco lover, Jake Montoya.
The Bronco lover.
Man, I'm sorry, Jake, but there's no way on God's green earth that you all are coming back with Jared Stidham, with Joe Montana, with Tom Brady, with Roger Staubach, with John Elway, with not even Rich Gannon. Are y'all coming back? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to tell you, dog. 1-5. Yeah, you might be lucky. You might be lucky to get 4 wins. We talked about I mean, Ken talked last week about how y'all might go 4-4 over the next 4 games.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hey, I did project that.
All right.
Yes,
So,
yes,
hey,
you
let
did.
us know in the
Yes, you did.
comments. You think that the Broncos can still go to the AFC Championship as Hot Take Jake
Sean Payton.
apparently still believes? Let us know. Let us know what you think of his take. That we need to see what Jared Stidham can do before we write them off. So if Russell performs next game, he basically gets another game.
Hold on.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the fact that.
So he's a game-to-game decision if he continues to perform.
And I spoke with too many people up there. They are
Okay.
for sure he will not be starting next year for it.
Oh, even if y'all go
Hey,
to the
Phil,
AFC Championship?
I like how Jake got the inside source on the campus.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
on one.
What's that, Jake? You're breaking up.
Can
Let
y'all
him
hear?
talk. Yeah, you cut off when somebody
Yeah.
else talks, though.
Oh,
Let him talk real quick,
Jake.
Pantene.
only way we go to the AFC Championship game now is if we start Jared Stidham.
Actually, let me correct that for you. The only way we go to the AFC Championship is, no way, no way. And if I could curse,
If
I
you
actually
start,
else to go with that, but I'm
hey,
not.
if
Hold
you
on.
trade places and put Mahomes on that team, you're not going to the AFC Championship game.
No, that's literal truth. You could put Mahomes on that team and it would not matter. They are that bad. They are that bad.
All right. So let's know what you think. Let's go to some more games, some actual meaningful games here.
The look on Jake's face, he looks like he wants to kill us, man. He's so done.
I know.
He's so done.
I feel like he didn't want to show up today, but he kind of felt like he had to.
Hey,
Beat it,
props.
man.
Props
Beat
that you keep showing up. Props that you keep showing up, brother.
Right? He keeps showing up, man. Hey, shout out to Hot Take Jake for showing up. Taking the beating. Oh, the takes are getting cold. All right, so Hot Take Jake, we might have to turn him to Cold Take Jake.
One team in the AFC.
Lukewarm, at least. You're lukewarm Take Jake right now.
Cold take.
All right, so
Jake.
so what about the I'm gonna talk a couple games. If you guys want to hit any, you let me know. But the Saints and the Texans, I know my son-in-law is a big Saints fan. He says Saints to the Super Bowl, but they just lost to what many consider at the beginning of the season the lowly Texans, who are now tied with them at 3-3. 20-13. Saints lose. Carr doesn't look like and the Saints don't look at what people might have thought at the beginning of the season, and also the Texans don't look at what maybe people thought at them at the beginning of the season. Kind of flip-flopping. One's going up, one's going down. Your thoughts on this game, Ken?
Hey, Stroud, man. You look at Stroud. Stroud is who we thought he was. Stroud is that guy. 13 for 27, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I mean,
Right.
Stroud is that guy. When I look at Stroud and the other kid that came out of Alabama, Stroud is doing what Stroud should be doing. And their division is tight too.
Right.
Everybody in their division is playing good ball. Them, Jacksonville, and Indianapolis.
But to be
The
honest,
only
Ken,
team
I don't
that
think
ain't really doing
anybody.
that is what's that team?
I don't think anybody thought Stroud was going to do this, though. I think they thought he would be capable. He would do well early. He was capable. He could
But
do
he
well
looks
early. He was
good.
a Mac Jones type. He was ready to play right away. One of the most ready quarterbacks to play. But we didn't. I don't think anybody really saw this coming. He threw his first interception. This week he hasn't thrown. I think he set the record for a rookie without an interception. Attempts without an interception. So they look great. You think it's over for the Saints? Are they still in it? What do you think, Omar?
Yeah, no, I think the Saints are still in it. I think what happened was after Derek Carr got hurt, that first game, obviously he played hurt and they just did not look good at all on offense. Then Alvin Kamara came back, and while he's been really heavily involved in the offense, with over 40% of the offensive share, he is still working his way back into the offense, and they're still trying to integrate all of those pieces. That being said, I do think that being in the division that they're in, right, just like we say with the Jaguars, gives them that chance, right? We know the Falcons are trash. The Buccaneers, haven't proved themselves to be real yet. So That being said, give the Saints time. Let Derek Carr get healthy.
They
let
won.
them all
They
function.
beat the Lions today.
And
Wait,
so,
wait.
Who beat the Lions? What are you saying? What'd you say,
I don't know.
Tampa
Kenji?
Bay.
They didn't beat the Lions.
Tampa.
No, they
Tampa.
Hey, we're not even talking about that game
I
yet.
meant the Lions. My bad. I looked at it wrong. My bad. Yeah.
Okay,
good,
okay.
you're
You're right,
you're good.
Omar.
No,
Oh, we're
you're
talking
good,
about
brother.
New Orleans
ahead.
and Houston.
No worries,
Yeah.
no worries.
Hey, but go ahead. You finish your thought, Omar.
No, so I was going to say that. So the Saints, right? Just let it play out. As for the Texans, right? You're right, Flo. We did not see the Texans being this good. Everyone thought they were going to be a bottom feeder this year. They have definitely played well, and to Can's point, that has been because of C.J. Stroud, which let the professor go ahead and update you on that stat. It was 191 throws before his first interception, which is a record as a rookie. So shout out to C.J. Stroud, who took that record over Dakota Rain Prescott and Tom Brady. That being said, I believe that the real renaissance for Houston is their defense. They thought that they gave up a lot for Will Anderson, but Will Anderson Jr. has been a beast this year. Came into the game with 16 quarterback hurries, and today it looked like 29 quarterback hurries. I apologize. And then today it looked like he had about 5 more. So he's just been a menace on the defense. So even when Stroud has, and I don't think he had the best day today, right? 229
No, he didn't
yards,
have a great day.
Little pedestrian. But when you have a defense that is playing above their head, like the Texans are, then this is what you get, a good even-keeled team. I still think they're not going to be great, still not more than 8 wins, but they're playing better. Right.
I appreciate all you guys joining the show. Make sure you hit that like, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate it. Hit that like button. That really helps us out. Like, love, or you can even hit the laugh button if you want to. I can hit the laugh button. You can hit the laugh button. All right. So
I want to caveat on what Omar was saying, man. The AFC South across the board.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say this one thing, man, before I cut you off.
Go ahead.
The AFC South is tight across the division, man. Man, you got to look at Jacksonville looks good. I mean, the only team that doesn't look promising in that division is Tennessee, and they lost to the Ravens today.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And to be fair, Carr didn't look terrible. He had 353 yards, 1 TD. It looks like they're able to move the ball between the numbers, but it looks like kind of, when they get down closer to the red zone and scoring position, they kind of bog down. What was your take on this game, Jake?
Cannot score, bro.
I think that Dennis Allen is doing a horrific job.
Okay.
This team should be soaring right now. I'm not a fan of Dennis Allen. I think he's failed everywhere he's gone.
Okay.
I think that's what's holding them back. I think they need to step up tremendously. And Dennis Allen might be a decent defensive coordinator, but he is not well enough to be a good head coach.
Okay.
And you definitely need a good offensive coordinator on that team, and there is not one. As for C.J. Stroud, guys, I'm getting a first season where he's going to show greatness.
Right.
Going to become an average quarterback eventually. I hate to say it. I see he's just very accurate.
So you say he's got a high floor, low ceiling?
I can see that.
He has a no. I think he has a. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. He has a
high floor. He's going to be pretty good. He's not going to be terrible, but he's not going to be super great quarterback in the end.
Great passes, but I think once people start figuring out how he plays,
right.
Texans team I do not take serious. Now I will say this: the DeMeco Ryans effect is true. I think just like how you see it with Robert Saleh's Jets, this team is very reliant on defense and they fight hard every play. I'll give them, but that comes from their field, and I give them credit. But and I don't see either team, and I picked the Saints, but I think the Saints are very. If the Bucs didn't have a first place schedule, I think the Bucs would be well on their way winning this division. And so it's very sad to see that the Saints do not look good right now. And I need them to step up more than ever. Derek Carr, we need you, buddy. You left a trash team. Come on, man.
You know what? I want to back up Jake on that real quick. I agree.
He left a trash team?
No, well, yes, I do agree that.
I will hear that too. Okay,
I do agree with that. I think he's on a better team. That being said, one of the really main problems is just like Jake said, Dennis Allen is not a good head coach. He failed when he was with the Raiders and went back to the Saints as a defensive coordinator. Now he's been promoted again. And then he came out after the game today talking about, oh, well, if the team is not executing their jobs, then we'll find somebody too. No, that's what the Bensons and the owners of the Saints need to be saying about you, Dennis Allen, because you've been a failure everywhere you've gone. Go back to being a defensive coordinator and bring somebody on that can really coach Derek Carr in the offense. You know who would be good in the Saints right now?
Okay.
Who's not good where he's at? Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. Oh, wow. Yeah. But he's stuck with the Broncos.
He's stuck with the Broncos.
He's stuck with the Broncos. Oh, I had my horse. I didn't have my horseman. I had my horseman. He's stuck with the Broncos, man.
There's no. He's gonna show up next year.
Okay.
Cinnamon in time.
We'll see. All right, so the Seahawks and the Bengals had a good game. Bengals pulled that out 17-13. They looked good early, and then they kind of bogged down in the second half. Both teams didn't score much. Does this bode? I mean, is this basically saying the Bengals are back officially, or are they still on the way back? I mean, is it still up in the air? What do you got, Omar? Are the Bengals back?
Thank you for letting me lead off, Flo, seeing how just a few weeks ago the Bengals were 0-3, gentlemen, and my pick to be the one team that would bounce back to go to the playoffs was the Bengals. And why did I say that at the time? Because of the health of Joe Burrow.
Shout out to the professor.
If Joey Cool could just get healthy, the Bengals have a strong enough team, as we all know, that they can make the playoffs. And now they are primed for that run. They are ready to go. He had his best performance of the season. I'm not going to take away from Ken, who's going to drop the stats, but he had a great performance. That being said, the Seattle Seahawks are just like the Giants, right? They're not just as bad as the Giants, but I mean they're having a regression in a season in a similar fashion. Last year they made the playoffs. This year it's looking a little shaky. While I still think the Seahawks can bounce back because they have the weapons and the defense to do so, I think Pete Carroll has lost the touch, to be honest. And I think they need a change of voice up there. And I believe, I don't think it's going to happen now, obviously, but something has to happen with that offense to get humming.
Right.
Because Smith is not connecting with DK Metcalf enough.
Right. And to be honest, I always said, and I've said this, even last year, I said Geno Smith eventually turns back into a pumpkin, right? I mean, I think he's got a time limit, expiration date. This game, he had quite a few yards, he threw it around the yard pretty good, but 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 key interceptions. What do you think, Canteen, on this game? Give us some more stats and what's your thoughts on this Seattle-Cincinnati? Is it over? Is Seattle not who we thought they were, and Cincinnati is becoming who we thought they were to start the season? Is there a delay?
Is it there?
Canteen.
I think it's a little delay.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. It was a little delay. I got you now, man. Hey, so with this game, 13-17, man, Joe Burrow, 24 for 35, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. One guy, that's horrible stats for a guy of his caliber. Horrible stats.
Right.
Joe Mixon, 12 receptions, 38 yards, and then you got Jamar Chase, 6 receptions, 80 yards. Mm-hmm. The Bengals are on a downhill slide. I have no faith in them. I don't see. They may make the playoffs, but at this point, I don't even think they can win a division. I don't think they can win the AFC North.
Wow.
I don't think they can win the AFC North. To play a Seattle team this close like that. To play Seattle this close.
You think it was too close to the game for them?
And then Geno Smith, 27, 41, 323 yards, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
I mean,
Geno Smith is not a top tier quarterback.
They
so all your
though.
backup subpar quarterbacks,
they still won. Is what Omar's saying.
They won.
But to be honest, right now they're in last place. According to the.
But I'm saying 3-3 as far as them going forward. Right.
So you see them as a wild card
In the
team.
North.
Wild card team. Basically, is what you're saying. You see them as a wild card team.
I make too much noise.
Okay. What do you think, Jake? Is Bengals are the
I
Bengals
don't
back?
think they'll make a lot of noise, man. No.
Bengals are back, man. Not only that, they have 2 good games coming up, and I can't wait to watch. They got the Bills and they got the 49ers. I think they go 2-0. The best quarterback in the league is back. I won't tell you about this team. This team is starting to show up, show out. This is what I mean by hot take, Jake. Everybody wants to pick the favorite Patrick Mahomes. There's one man Patrick Mahomes fears, and it's number 9 on the Cincinnati Bengals. He don't want to see him. He knows he lucked out last year.
Oh, you're gonna say Romo.
So be ready. They are on their way. As for the Seahawks, they're reeling fast. Here's the thing. They'll make the playoffs because the NFC is so terrible. But I think they're going to reel back a little bit. I think they got to start thinking of a quarterback because Geno is not a hit. Sorry, Geno, achieved 1 year. Guess what? You said you wrote them, nobody wrote back. Well, guess what? Nobody wants to write back again. You're done for, buddy. So.
All right. And Seattle is still in second place, so they're in the hunt. So far, even though they did lose this game, and the Rams won their game. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But so also another game we looked at, another early game that I want to talk about, and then you guys.
They're still in the hunt, real quick, Flo. They're still in the hunt, but as Jake was saying, and as you mentioned right before so astutely, Geno Smith is, we know who he is, man. But he is who we thought he was, right? Or whatever you say. He's been in this league for 10 years. He had a good run last season, but that doesn't make him a good quarterback. That's it.
Right. Okay, I got you. No, I'm just saying that at this point they're still in the hunt. It could change drastically in the next few games, but we'll see what happens. They're still in it as of right now, like you said. But yeah, it doesn't bode well right now the way they're playing for sure. All right, so another game that I want to look at, and then if you want to touch on another few games, we can, and then we'll go some of the late games after that. But another early game, the 49ers undefeated. And the Browns without Deshaun Watson. And so humbling. I told you guys about this, and Clubber D said I was just being a hater because we lost to them and this and that. But I was serious. I said this was one of those letdown games that could be. Now, to be honest, because Deshaun Watson wasn't there, I thought that the 49ers could still pull it out. I didn't think without Deshaun Watson they could pull this out. But the Browns end up pulling out a win from the jaws of defeat. What do y'all think about this game? Hot take, Jake. Let us know what you think. 49ers and the Browns.
Aberration game. I saw the
aberration game. Oh wow.
I don't think the Browns live off of what Deshaun Watson does. I believe they live off of what their defense does, and as long as that boy Myles Garrett's in the lineup and they have the Denzel Ward, they're fine. Mm-hmm. But as for the Niners, they lost 2 key pieces mid-game.
They were losing anyway, though, before they went out.
What do you mean? They were up the whole time.
No, it was back and forth. It was definitely back and forth.
It was a tight game either way, though. Even with them in, it was still a tight game.
I think C-Mac walking once, and that's because Brock Purdy still drove and delivered. It was the field goal that was missed. He still did what he had to do. In a close game.
Picks. He's throwing picks now.
Is that the best defense in the league?
It's crazy.
No. The best defense in the league right now.
Browns? I don't know if they're the best defense. They're really good defense, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, so were the Jets. The Jets are supposedly a good defense.
No, the Browns are the best defense in the league, metric-wise and everything. Yeah, they are.
Best defense in the league. They lost on a close, hard-fought game. They played away. I think it's nothing to do with the Niners. I think Niners just, head home. It's one of those losses that Kyle Shanahan loses in October that you scratch your head, but you know that they're going to bounce back. And in Kyle Shanahan form, it was a close game. There was nothing foul about it. You lost by what? You missed a field goal to lose the game. That's the way to look at it.
Okay. All right. What you got, Cam, on this one?
Got exposed, man.
Exposed.
49ers got exposed. I think they got exposed, but as we caveated on last week, man. Usually when you listen, let me Listen, Flo, let me finish. Usually
Go
when
ahead,
you
I
blow
didn't
a
say
team out like how they blew us out last week,
What's good, Mar?
how do you blow a Cowboys team out? A Cowboys team is much better than the Browns, and then you lose to the Browns. I mean, what's your excuse? I mean, I want a good enough excuse to how do you lose to the Browns? And then the Browns got a third string quarterback in PJ Walker.
Third
Really?
string quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, that is saying
17,
something.
19. And then
And supposedly-
and then with the numbers on the game too. A third string. Third.
Yeah, they got him off the street, didn't they?
Man, when
Didn't
you
they get him
look
off
at
the street?
his numbers, PJ Walker,
It was a hard-fought defensive game.
he was in the XFL, bro. He was in the
I-
XFL before he came to the NFL. Look,
Y'all
He was
tripping.
working at a
look
grocery
background check on
store.
that guy. He was in the XFL.
Y'all are tripping.
I think this is a big hate.
He was in the XFL.
Y'all are tripping.
Now,
First of all, I
he went 18
no, go
for
ahead. My bad.
3,400,
Let him finish,
119
Omar.
yards, 2 interceptions.
My bad. I thought he was done. My bad, Ken. I didn't mean to step on you. I thought you were done. My bad. Go ahead.
18
Are you
for
done, Cam?
192 yards, 2 interceptions. Brock Purdy did his thing, 12 for 27, 125 yards, 1
Yeah,
touchdown,
team
1
dropping
interception.
knowledge.
Even McCaffrey, they gave McCaffrey the ball 11 times for 43 yards. Really?
Yeah.
And then Ayuk, 4 receptions, 76 yards. Come on. The 49ers got exposed today, and the Eagles got exposed. So don't sleep on that. It's going to rebound and whoop all of them. Watch. Watch.
I like Ken's
What I-
optimism. All right, Omar, go ahead. Go ahead, Professor. Give us some sports professor.
Exposed.
Deborah D's out there.
My
Hey,
bad.
whoever wants it now. Go ahead.
My
Hey,
bad
Clever
for
D talking to you, Clantine.
my bad. My bad for stepping on you there, Ken. I thought you were finished.
You got
That
a
being
little
said, I agree with
Now, you good,
Jake.
bro. I'm about to get on Clever D.
Whoa, you agree with Jake?
I do. The 49ers were not exposed. That's ridiculous. First of all, whenever a West Coast team has to go east for an early game, it's usually a very hard game and usually
Oh,
because they're usually playing at 9 a.m. Like, I will tell you right now, if you ever want to bet against the Raiders for a guaranteed win, just wait till they go east and bet against them in any game. That is not an excuse. It is a true thing. That the thing, though, is the Browns, as Jake stated, are the best defense in the league. By far, best defense in the league. San Francisco is number 2. There are some other teams up there, but the Browns are the top defense by all metrics and all play concerned. Myles Garrett and co. are amazing and were able to hold the 49ers down. That being said, it was a close game. It was a tough game. The 49ers had injuries. Trent Williams had an ankle injury. Luckily, he came back to play. Christian McCaffrey went out with an oblique injury, right? You had Deebo Samuel go out with an injury as well. These all hurt the 49ers and hurt the flow of their game. Plus, again, the defense going against Brock Purdy, that's something scary when you got all them big cats coming at you. So that being said, I don't think it's anything to worry about, like Jake said.
But to be
49ers
okay,
will be just
Omar. But
fine.
to be honest, who's the better quarterback, Purdy or PJ Walker? Who's
I
got
mean, first-
more talent? Who's got
first
more
of all-
talent on offense?
Well, first of all, let me
No,
first
answer the
off.
question first.
Well, I
Answer the
will.
question.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Let me first start by
Okay.
saying that I will not let anyone on this program besmirch the name of PJ Walker. All right, PJ Walker was a standout in the XFL. He was my quarterback in fantasy. He
Okay,
was
fine.
amazing. He was awesome.
Right. And
That
who
being
else
said,
is it
He's
Okay.
a good quarterback.
that.
But no, Brock Purdy is
in the
better.
XFL? Yes.
Let's
he's a
not
good
be
quarterback.
crazy. Brock Purdy's better. He proved it through the whole
Okay,
last
who has
season.
more
He
talent
proved it. The
on the
49ers
offense?
have more talent on offense.
Okay,
But
then that's what I'm saying. Then how come defensively that's a wash?
Okay,
If our
so
49ers are third, Cleveland is first. It's a
I mean,
wash.
I told y'all this was a trap game, anyways. But again,
I told you that. I said that it was a letdown
well, we both
game.
said that then.
Now, go
Okay.
ahead.
When teams from the West go east and have to play early, it's usually a loss. It doesn't matter
Okay.
how good you are. The 49ers were going to trip up and lose at some point. It
The
just
Cowboys are
happened now.
still fourth, by the
Shout
way.
out to Wildcard Mar and all the IOW crew.
I don't want
But I don't believe that this exposed anything. Did they get bullied by the D of the Browns? Maybe a little bit, yeah, because the Browns D is really, really good. But exposed, no, too far.
Okay. I'm not gonna agree with Canteen, even though I like what he said. Yeah, they didn't get exposed, I don't think. But at the same time, I think this does show that they're not as great as one game they beat the Cowboys, right? It was just one of those games that got out of hand,
bro.
right? Just kind of like the Miami Dolphins when they beat who they beat 70-20. Who was it that they beat 70-20? Dolphins. Who was that, Jake? Do you remember? Who they beat 70-20? You remember, Omar? Who was that?
No, I think it's a team out west.
Omar, do you? Canteen. Who was that Dolphins beat 70-20? I can't remember. It was a team in the AFC.
They really boat raced somebody. I just
70-20.
did not put my finger on it.
Anyway, whoever they beat 70-20, the Dolphins.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
Was it of the equine species, my friend?
It could have been an equine species. I'm not sure, but anyway, they routed somebody 70-20, and that doesn't necessarily say anything about the Broncos per se, or didn't even necessarily about the Miami Dolphins. I mean, that was just an aberration game that just happened that way. And so some of these blog games, I don't think say much. But especially when you have two good defenses playing against each other and that. And so, I mean, it happens though. It does happen. But so yeah. So I don't think they got exposed per se, but I do think they got humbled a little bit, and I think that, this is just one of those things that happens, to teams along the season. You always have those games where you call it a trap game, a letdown game, whatever you want to call it. It always happens during the season. You get one or two times where that happens, where the better team doesn't necessarily win. And I think this is one of those games. And I just thought that I said the 49ers would probably still win, but it would be a close one. And Coach Clever D didn't think so. But I said that it would be a close game, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns won. But I didn't think they would win. I thought it would be a close game, and the 49ers would pull it out at the end. So not necessarily exposed, but it's just one of those games where that kind of stuff kind of happens. Oh, yeah, it was the Broncos. Thanks, Wild Kalmar. It was the Broncos that got mollywopped by the Dolphins. Thanks.
The Broncos.
You should have brought that. You should have told us, Jake. You should have known that. Oh, man. You should have told us. Anyway.
Wild Kalmar on you, man. Get him off for you, Jake. Jake, get him off for you, bro.
Why you on mute? Mute master number
Jake,
two. Mute master. Why you on mute?
He's on mute.
Right here. Broncos. Broncos.
Jake, get him, man.
Go ahead, Jake.
Baseball game tonight.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, now I can hear you. I think when somebody else is talking, we can't hear you for some reason. It's a delay. So wait till people stop talking and then speak real quick.
Yeah, I saw another team get mollywopped last week, so we're fine.
We can't hear you anymore. Sorry, Jake. We can't hear you anymore. You're on mute. Sorry. You're muted. Sorry. What did you say, Jake? I couldn't hear you. What did you say? What did you say? I couldn't hear you.
Stupid.
You're on mute. I'm sorry. Oh, I couldn't hear you. Never mind. It's okay. We'll move on. All right. All right. So, any other early games? I was gonna hit some late games here. Do you want to touch on the Falcons, Santine, or are you good? We don't want to even talk about it.
Crappy.
Do you even want to talk about it?
I mean, we need nah.
You didn't want to.
Falcons game. We need the Commanders to win for our sake, man. But it's all good. We can bypass that game.
Okay.
Not a big.
All right. So let's get some late games. The Patriots and the Raiders. Let's get some love for the Raiders. Yeah, they go ahead and beat another game. Y'all on a winning streak now. Hey, wait, Omar. I should do this. What, Omar? I should do this. Hold on, Omar. I should do this because I think the Raiders are looking down on the Broncos still. Looking down on the Broncos. Oh.
And we will continue to, Flo. We will continue to. Do you want to know why? Because the Broncos are some trash. All right? Some garbage, dumpster fire, basura. That's what they are.
Guys, by the way, could you also put in that Jimmy G just got hurt once again? Shocker.
He sure did.
Ooh, Jimmy G got hurt.
I wonder how long he's going to be out for.
Yeah, he's going to be out for a little bit, but that's no surprise. Jimmy G getting hurt is a yearly occurrence. We expected that to happen, which is why we brought in Brian the Beast House Hoyer, who came in and went 5 for 7 for 89 yards. No, I'm just joking. The Raiders are a trash team too. They've been lucky enough to win 2 in a row. That being said, I usually always trash. That's right, Mar.
2 in a row for the Raiders.
Raiders. I don't remember the last time we had a 2-game win streak. That being said, I will say this. While I usually trash Josh McDaniels, I will say that this was his best play calling game by far. That being said, to be fair, it sucks that your best calling games come against Belichick when you decide to step up your game, and the rest of the time you still trash. So that being said, I don't care about your 3-0 record against Belichick. What I care about is the point that you didn't have a lot of tough decisions to make today. We were up a lot of the game, and he had to pretty much cruise against a crappy Patriots team, and they lost it. Touch Belichick. That being said, McDaniel still needs to go. We are still on protest. Shout out my brother Derek Clubs, Clubber D's brother. He's a Raiders fan. We're on protest. Fire Josh McDaniels.
Fire Josh McDaniel. Wow.
Bring back John Gruden.
And I was going to say that. You guys are kind of in the same boat as the Chargers. You kind of want your coach fired. So you almost want to lose. So your coach would get fired. If you win too many games, they probably won't fire him. So.
Big facts. Actually, and you asked me that question last time about how many games, right? Well, a report came out. A report came outside of camp last night that I got from my insider that said that if he doesn't win more games, they didn't put a number on it, but I can tell you 6 is what they're thinking. If he doesn't win more games, he's getting fired. So.
Oh wow, 6 is what they're okay. So more, he has to be over 6, so 7 or more.
That's what I'm hearing from the camp.
Okay, okay, wow. But at this point, it looks like they're going to get there. I mean,
it's possible, but also Davis is giving him a really big leeway, which I don't believe he deserves. He's proved he's a crappy coach. But that being said, it is what it is. I have to deal with it. Right.
Hey, what do you got, Canteen, on this game? What about the Mac Jones? Is he done? I mean, when are they going to start moving on from Mac Jones, maybe putting in somebody else?
All right, man. So for me, man, I think this was a great win for the Raiders, much needed. Raiders 3-3 at this point. They're number 3 in the AFC West.
Right.
I think they're going to move on up tomorrow night after the Cowboys cook the Chargers.
Raiders.
We're going to cook the Chargers, so the Raiders will move up. I mean, the biggest thing that I see for them, man, is Garoppolo, man. Injuries. I mean, so you guys got Brian Hoyer, right?
Right.
I think Hoyer will do good. It's just like with our receivers and our running backs. When I pull up the box score, man, I mean Devontae, man, Adams. I want to look at Adams' numbers, man. Adams, 2 receptions, 29 yards. I don't even think he scored today, man. But they gave Josh Jacobs the ball 25 times for 77 yards. It's bad. But Hoyer looked good, man. 6 out of 10, 102 yards. Hoyer looked pretty decent. And then Garoppolo 14 for 22. 162 yards before he went down, man. I think the Raiders are on an uphill glide, man. I think for the Raiders for the next few weeks, they'll be fine. I mean, like Sunday they'll beat the Bears Sunday. They won't beat the Lions the following week. I think they can beat the Giants, the Jets. But as we get closer to Thanksgiving, it's going to be even harder for the Raiders having to take on the Dolphins and the Chiefs. That's going to be pretty hard. But I think they can hit 6 games. I don't see McDaniel going anywhere, man. If you guys will win 6 to 8 games, what I project.
Okay. What do you think, Jake? I know you're a big Raiders fan.
About all the bums. I saw 2 loser teams play. Nothing really amazed me. I knew Josh McDaniels knew exactly what Bill Belichick was going to do, and Bill Belichick doesn't have a defense to counter it this year. Okay. Usually, Bill Belichick has had his number, but without having any kind of defensive quality whatsoever, there was no chance. Congratulations, Raiders. You'll be able to have a top 15 pick and still be trash for the next decade. So congratulations on that. But in the end, saw nothing crazy. In fact, I think the Raiders will probably lose. Here coming up, they're about to go on a big-time losing streak. They got some tough ones coming up. Still got to face the Chiefs and Chargers. So that's a 4 times, that's going to lose. Then they play the Broncos again. I don't see us losing to those bums twice. So there's just something in me that tells me that it's going to be a magnificent fall off.
For the Raiders?
As for the Patriots. I see your motivations now.
As for the shut up, Omar. As for the Patriots, it's time for mac and cheese to go, bro. It's time
Mac
for
and cheese.
Yeah.
I don't
put in
think, I mean, where's he
Zappy.
gonna go? I mean,
Anywhere but
Jake,
there.
So Jake, what you're saying is they get rid of him and draft another quarterback, or what? I mean, what do you see? What do you foresee as the future for the Patriots when it comes to a quarterback? Get rid of him and draft somebody else and start from scratch, or what?
I think they should be looking at Drake May right now. I don't think they'll have a top 5.
Whoa,
pick. They'll probably
okay.
have a top 10 pick.
Basically, throw
Drake
the
May
season
should
out.
be
Hell no.
Get
Wow,
Drake
I don't
May.
see May.
Yes, Drake May
Tank the
looks good.
season to get Drake May.
I mean, they don't have
Yeah,
to
I don't
tank.
think I'll do that.
They don't have to tank. What do you mean? They're not going to win more than 4
But Drake
games.
May is
keep
just
playing.
like Drake May is just like Jones.
Yeah,
It's the same-
but he could
it's
still.
his
He could
quarterback.
still drop. He could
Drake May
still
is
drop.
just like Jones. All these guys are pocket passing. They're all pocket passing quarterbacks. Once you get into Belichick's system, it's his
No,
way.
Drake May has way more potential. Drake May has
agree.
way more
You
potential.
may as
than
well
I think he's got a
develop
higher
Mac
ceiling.
Jones.
Develop him how? I mean, do you think
I
that
don't think so.
giving him a defensive
y'all.
coordinator as the offensive coordinator last year set him back that much? That's why he's struggling so much this year?
No, I can't use that.
Okay.
And now he's got an offense coordinator, and he looks just as bad. You know what? I like one of these guys said it, and I never. If you really look at the game, watch it. But man, when this guy gets sacked or he falls down, you know what's sad?
What's that?
His teammates don't grab him. There's nobody defending Mac Jones. Nobody gives a crap about that dude in that locker room.
I mean, it's true. You don't really see a lot of people defending him.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's nothing. He's nothing. He'll be in the
So you
XFL soon. I'm sorry.
So you're saying ride out Mac Jones and just ride out the season with him and go for a quarterback in the offseason?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. That's your best bet now. It's not going to get any better. You're in the toughest division, I think, in the AFC. That's a tough division.
Did everybody hit on this game? I can't remember who I was on call on first. Everybody touch on this game?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, Ken, so let's start with you. So the Eagles, formerly undefeated, lose to what many would consider the lowly Jets. I mean, with Zach Wilson playing better than the last couple games at least. They lose 20-14. Defensive battle. Eagles in the last minute. Jalen Hurts throws another interception at the end of the game, I believe. But what about this game, Canteen? What do you got here?
Hurts. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts for one.
Okay.
28 for 45, 280 yards, 1 touchdown. The kid threw 3 interceptions.
3.
I think for Zach Wilson, man, it was a bounce back game. 19 for 33, 186 yards. He bounced back.
Right.
I mean, the
Pedestrian,
Eagles,
but
like
for him, good.
Like I said earlier, the Eagles and the 49ers were both. Yeah, I mean, for Zach Wilson, that was good. But,
Right.
I mean, for both the Eagles and the 49ers, they were both due for a loss. I'd much rather lose now than lose later on in the season. I mean, does this say the Jets are promising in the future? I don't think this is saying the Jets is promising in the future, but their defense looked hella good. Their defense saved them today, and they look hella good on defense, man.
Rather,
They look phenomenal on defense. I will give them credit. Robert Salah in his defense, they look good. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, Jake, what do you think here? What are you thinking here?
What I saw was exactly what I knew was going to happen. I didn't think the Eagles, they were going to take a little step back. I still think they're the second best team in the NFC.
Okay.
I also predicted this.
Behind the Cowboys?
No, the Cowboys, no, stop it. You saw what the cap into them. And they still got to prove something on Sunday.
Okay.
Kellen Moore's revenge tour. Get ready, guys. Can't wait.
Oh, I thought it was on Monday. Huh?
Yeah. Kellen Moore's revenge tour. Can't wait for it on Monday.
Okay,
as
you
for
said
the
Sunday.
Eagles,
That's what I was wondering.
I called this at the beginning. This is what I mean by hot take, Jake. It was laughable to think that you would pick Jared Goff over Jalen Hurts. Hey guys, look at where we're at in the season now. Jared Goff and the Lions look like the best team in the NFC, next to the San Francisco 49ers as well. And I think it's a two-way tie for second place between the Eagles and the Lions.
Really?
And all because Jared Goff is having an MVP type season. He's doing the unthinkable, and he's doing this with ease. So Jalen Hurts, they fell back. They will continue to fall back. I think they'll lose a couple more games this season. They'll still win their division because they have a trash division. But other than that, it's gonna be a fight for the top.
Okay. But you have the Lions #1 seed at the end of the season, so
Absolutely, it's looking good.
Then you said that the Lions are like third or second, tied for
They're
second.
tied for second right now with the Eagles.
Okay.
So the only person they got to show out to is the 49ers. And right now, I don't know who to win that game.
Okay. All right. What do you got, Omar, on this one?
Yeah, I do agree that the Lions are one of the top teams in the NFC. Jared Goff is playing really good, as Jake said, but they do the engine behind their motor, so to say, from the Motor City, if I can make a dad joke, is their defense. Their defense, led by Aiden Hutchinson and some other dogs, are just a really tough, hard-nosed defense that Dan Campbell has, as you know, biting those kneecaps. That being said, the Lions are going to continue being a great team. I still don't think they win 13 games, but I do think they are a top contender in the NFC. That being said, on the other side, the Jets are still a bad team. Wait, the Jets are still a. Wait, what did I say? What did I say? The Jets?
Yeah.
Not the Jets. We're talking about the
Eagles.
The Eagles. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
So the Eagles, they're still a great team. I'm not worried about them. They had a bad game. Jalen Hurts had a really bad game, uncharacteristic of him. But I think that they can get back on track. They're 5-1. This is their first loss, just like the San Francisco. Something to learn from, something to work on, some things to work on, but nothing to necessarily be upset about. The Jets, on the other hand, like you said, awesome defense. That's what Saleh was brought in to do. He was a defensive mind. He was brought in to make that defense better. The problem is their offense is still trash. 20 points is not good enough in the NFL. While the Eagles had a down day, we can expect them to score more going on into the season, right? Everybody has a bad game, has a bad week. It happens. The Jets are just bad. Yeah, their defense is really good, but that is not going to be able to carry them with their offense being as bad as it is. So I don't see the Jets going anywhere, even if Saleh thinks that, they're the number, one defense in the league, which they're not.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I think it finally caught up to him. I don't think that Jalen Hurts has played that well. I think he's had a few bad games. He's had some turnovers in some of these games that didn't cost them. I think that one of the stats they had that the field goal that the Eagles, that the Jets had, listen to what I'm telling you. So the one field goal that the Jets had after one of the Jalen Hurts turnovers was one of the first times that they've scored off a turnover from the Eagles. So the Eagles have gotten lucky that their turnovers hadn't cost them anything, and finally those turnovers cost them. Jalen Hurts, remember early in the season he had a fumble and an interception, so he hasn't really played that well. I mean, he can move around a little bit, and he's played okay, and lately he's actually been using his legs a little more, which I think is smart for him. He may end up getting injured and dinged up again, but the point is, I think it finally caught up to them. Their defense is solid. The Jets probably a little bit better, and I think again, you have Jalen Hurts losing to a subpar quarterback because they couldn't get it done. In the end, he makes too many mistakes, and finally these mistakes cost him the game. And so I think they did get exposed a little bit more than the 49ers got exposed. I think the Eagles got exposed more so than the 49ers.
So you lose one game and all of a sudden you get exposed? What are we talking about?
No. We're talking about the Jets, though.
It's an overreaction.
And Zach Wilson.
It's one game.
Yeah, but okay.
They were undefeated. They were undefeated, but it wasn't because Jalen Hurts was playing well. He wasn't playing that well. Okay.
He was playing badly.
Yeah, I wouldn't say badly.
I think he has more interceptions. I think he has more interceptions now than Dak Wilson. Than Dak Prescott. He's got more interceptions than Dak Prescott now.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was waiting for it to come out.
I'm just saying, everybody blames Dak Prescott for the losses, so we can't blame Jalen Hurts for losses.
No, you just want to blame Jalen Hurts.
I'm just saying we can't blame Jalen Hurts.
Because
I'm just saying. I'm saying that they got exposed a little bit, and that is what it is. We'll see.
The Jets are 3-3. You got to put that into perspective too, though. The Jets are 3-3. They're
They're 3-3.
overachieving.
But Jake, remember when we beat them? They were a crap team. Right?
Exposed, Clubber D. Exposed the word
That's
of
fine,
the
but
day.
remember, you just brought up the
Okay,
losses.
but now they're 3-3, so now they're a good team, huh?
Hold on, Flo. What did you
Okay.
just say? You
No,
brought
no.
up the losses to the Jets and said they just lost to a 3-3 team. Y'all lost to a 1-5 as of now Cardinals team as
Right.
well.
Okay. Yeah, but we
That
beat
must
a
matter
3-3 team that you're lauding now because the Eagles beat them. Now you're lauding them.
I'm just saying, Robert
Right?
Saleh. Robert Saleh is keeping his job this year right now with what he's doing. Exposed is the word. No, there's no exposed. I still think that's a top 3 team in the NFC right now.
I think the 1 through 5 are really close. I think it's the Niners. I think the Lions are
I hope
there.
you don't
I
say the
think
Cowboys
the
in this.
Cowboys and the Eagles are
Oh
all
my
right there.
gosh.
I said top 5
We
teams
saw
are
what
all
happened to the
already.
Cowboys last week.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna overreact to one game there, but not react to this game here. See,
This was
that's
a
fine.
close game.
You're
They
just
lost
a
in the
hater.
final seconds.
It doesn't matter. A loss is a loss.
See?
A loss is a loss.
What?
An L is an L, right?
A loss is a loss,
A
bro.
blowout can show.
There it
A
is.
blowout shows a whole bunch
I don't
of
agree with
scores.
that.
You keep
I
The
don't
winning
Cowboys did get
Dolphins
exposed,
game.
though. Clubber D, I even say that the Cowboys did get exposed. They got exposed that they are not a come from behind team. They're not a
They got
team
exposed.
that can go down by two scores and come back from a game.
I think
The
there's
Cowboys
3
did get
teams in
exposed,
the
too.
NFC
I'll say
that's
that, too.
close, and then after
How is that being a
you can
homer?
name
I'm
a
saying the
set
Cowboys did
about
get exposed.
4
Cowboys
through
didn't get
7.
exposed either. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just
They
one
did
game.
get exposed. No, they got exposed because I think that they are not a come from behind team. If they go down about more than a couple of scores, it's gonna be very difficult for them to win that game.
Okay, well, the
Cowboys gotta
Eagles and the 49ers are not the Cowboys. They can both come back in games, and they're both a better team at this point. So
Right?
it is what
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
1-5 is crazy.
It is
to
what
have
it
them all
is.
together.
If you think so, then that's what you think so. That doesn't mean you're correct. Just like you
I mean,
thought
I'm the
the
professor,
Rangers
I'm always
were
correct.
done, and now they're in their ALCS, right?
Oh,
Now
you got
they're-
one right.
they're
Flo.
one-
Here we go. You got one right.
Okay, remember the Rangers were done. Remember a long time ago, the Rangers
Shout
were
out
done.
to your
Remember
Rangers.
that?
Shout out to your Rangers. I
Okay,
do remember
okay
that.
then. So let's see what happens now with the
I
Cowboys.
do.
And
The Cowboys
49ers
first got
and
to show up
everybody.
these next 3 weeks.
Man,
Well, you need to
before
make
we
sure the Broncos show up first. Okay, that's what I'm.
It's baseball tonight,
Hey,
baby.
I'll say this. I like the position we're in right now compared
Okay.
to y'all.
Okay, all right. So let's go. Let's get some of any other late games you guys want to touch on.
Not.
I think the Rams, I'll give Flo credit on this. The Rams look really good right now. I think
I said they were playing well.
Sean
Yeah.
McVay is doing an excellent job right now with a team that I think is a bunch of rookies on defense, and that's it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and then Cooper Kupp is back, so that's good news for them. And they have other guys, like
If the Seahawks do not get well,
Pua.
yeah, if the Seahawks don't not start picking up what they're doing, they could be very well third in that division.
Right, and
I
I think I
mean-
picked the Rams to win that division or to fight for that division. I
I
believe.
think you did, and it does look like the Rams probably will, just because, as we mentioned, the Seahawks are not playing up to the level that they should be. So, no, I think that I do want to say the Dolphins bounced back as we expected that they
It's
would.
another one I got right, Omar.
Put a butt whoop. You did, and the Dolphins are. They're still one of the best teams in the AFC. Just because they
Okay.
got beat by the Bills just showed the hierarchy. It didn't show
Right.
that they weren't as good, which is
Right.
exactly what those other games today showed. There's a hierarchy, but it doesn't mean that San Francisco or the Eagles or even Dallas is not good just because they lose a game.
Well,
It
I didn't
just
say they
shows
weren't
the
good.
hierarchy.
I didn't say that.
No, I got you. I'm not saying that.
Okay,
Anyways,
okay.
but I also want to say that the Dolphins are still in the hunt in that division, because obviously the Jets are not going to be there and laughing at the Patriots again. Ha ha ha! We beat you. Ha ha ha! They're not going to be there either. So screw you, Bill Belichick. All right.
Okay, so not a Bill Belichick man. No. All right, well, you got anything on that one, Cam? Before we move on the Rams. There's a big delay.
Big delay. Big
Nothing?
time delay.
Okay. All right, so the Sunday night football game tonight it's starting right now, or has already started, and so that is the Giants and the Bills. Anybody got an update score? I haven't seen it.
I'll get it.
We all know there's about to be a blowout.
Okay,
I'll get it right now.
looks like it's 0-0 right now, early in the first quarter. What do you guys got on this game?
Man,
Let's go.
I ain't gonna say it. Oh, wow.
Let's go, Ken, Omar, and then Hot Take Jake on this game. What's your predictions about this game here? Sunday night football.
Man, for me, Giants just tanked the season, man. Daniel Jones is not the answer.
They just
you
paid
got
him though.
You got a great football
That's
coach, but your quarterback is not the answer. You don't have any good skill players. Who's
Yeah,
that?
they got Saquon, but he's hurt.
Yeah, they just paid Daniel Jones, so you don't have the skill. Saquon hurt, and they got all these. They don't have any other skill players. Their defense ain't up to par. Man, I'm not gonna say that the Bills are gonna have a runaway game tonight. I'm gonna give you my prediction now, man. I think the Giants will be 1-5 at the end of the night. The Bills will beat them by at least 7. I'm gonna go 20-27, close game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout.
Okay, you think a close?
It's kind of like misty rain and the weather conditions. So I'm gonna go 20-27. The Bills.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna roll with, man. I'm not even excited about this game tonight anyway. I want to watch baseball.
I want to watch the baseball too. Watch the Rangers. They're playing now too. All right, go ahead.
That's what I'm watching. I ain't studying that game.
Speaking of, I'm watching it right now behind my computer. It's 1-0 Rangers.
Let's go.
All right. Look, that being said, let's talk about this game real quick. I don't even have to go deep into it. Y'all know how I feel about the Giants. I feel they're a trash team. I don't believe Daboll is a good coach. I believe he's overhyped. I believe Daniel Jones should not have gotten that money Saquon should have. I just believe that they are not a good team or a good coach team, and they just need to disband everything. That being said, I think Can should have stuck with his original thought. I got the Bills in a blowout. The Bills are still the best team in the AFC, and will continue to prove me right. I got the Bills 35-13.
Okay. Oh man, but you love Daboll.
The best team in the AFC, Flo.
Right. Well, he's got them going to the Super Bowl. Remember, got them going to the Super Bowl. So, so hot take, Jake. What do you got? I know you love some Daboll. You know some Brian Daboll. Can he turn this season around with Danny Dimes? What do you think?
No, he's not trash. What happened was he squeezed all of the lemon he could out of Daniel Jones last year. It's time to move on, Daboll.
Now it's just flavored lemon water now.
It's terrible. So if I'm Brian Daboll,
it's like that little. It's like the little girl's lemonade you buy on the corner.
If I'm Brian Daboll, that's what I do right now. Is I get ready for the draft next year. No need to keep trying and failing. You're not going to have Saquon. Is Saquon back this week? I don't know if he was.
I think he's out 4 weeks.
I think he's out.
He's still another out. Okay.
At least one more week, yeah.
You still don't have your best player on offense.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So you got them losing this game too?
It's I got 42.
Oh,
17.
yeah, Jake. Let's go, Jake. Me and you.
42 to what?
17. It's gonna get bad.
Wow.
The Giants have no defense.
I just gotta say, Jake and I agreed 3 times.
Bro,
today.
ain't no.
I know. What's going on, Omar?
Unprecedented. I don't know what's happening right now.
I'm shocked.
You know what it was, Omar? Is that eclipse that came through yesterday?
That's right.
Blowout like that.
The eclipse that threw everything. Your equilibrium's off. Everybody.
You know what? What I did hear, Flo. I read an article the other day where I read that eclipses turn hot takes into werewolves. So I just want to.
So you and Jake are both werewolves now, man.
We call him Teen Wolf. Remember, he's a little baby wolf. We call him Teen Wolf, like Michael J. Fox. Shout out Michael J. Fox.
Shout out Michael J. Fox. Oh, okay.
Y'all said a blowout for tonight's game, right? Y'all going with a blowout.
Oh yeah, blowout. 35-13. I got.
Wow. I don't see that happening. I think this is a get right game for the Giants.
35 points are gonna be.
I think this is
no
a game.
I don't either.
Well, I don't mean get right. Their season's probably still done. I just feel like. Josh Allen is like this. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
You did say that.
And I feel like he's gonna have one of those down games. I mean, he'll even be up a couple games, and then he'll have a weird where he throws crazy picks and tries to do dumb stuff. I feel like he's gonna do some dumb stuff here, and it's gonna keep the Giants in the game. I feel like the Bills could still probably win this game. I don't know if the Giants win still because they don't like Jake said, they don't have their best player on offense right now, and I don't know if they've been able to adjust.
Not a blowout, though, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm closer to what Cannon is saying. I think it's going to be maybe a 4-point game. And the classic 4-point game here on the Bomb Line Sports, 20-25.
But hold on, I see what you did there. I see what you
Okay.
did there.
Yeah.
But I do need to question you on that though, Flo. I got a question for you.
Okay.
Because if we believe that and I know you think Josh Allen is up and down, so you obviously think he's going to have more of a down game. But if we all believe that the Giants are not, I mean, I'll say trash, but you all say bad, a bad team, and the Bills are such a good team. How do you think they're going to keep it that close? How do you not see it being a blowout?
Well, I mean, you even look at the Arizona game with the Cowboys. They were able to beat us, and Arizona obviously is not as good as the Cowboys. Everybody's going to agree to that, right? I don't think anybody would say that Arizona is as good as the Cowboys. So I just feel like when your quarterback, who's the key player in your offense, when he's off and playing crazy and doing crazy things and making turnovers, I think that makes it hard on your defense. And I don't know if the Bills have that good a defense to give Daniel Jones a short field. I feel like they haven't used Daniel Jones, his legs, as much as they should. I think he should run more, even though you have a fear of getting him injured. I think he should use his legs more. I mean, that's part of who he is running the ball. And even though they don't got Saquon out there, I feel like the turnovers and some dumb plays by Josh Allen will keep the Giants in this game, even though the Bills may end up pulling it out in the end. That's what I feel is going to happen.
I definitely have to disagree one thing very wholeheartedly with you. And that's that the Bills defense is not good. That is a lie and a half. The Bills defense.
And here's another thing
in the league, top 10.
Okay.
They're decent.
Here's another.
Decent, Omar, decent.
And Danny Dimes isn't playing, so it's Tyrod Taylor. So you got a little bit of the Bills don't know Tyrod Taylor. I don't know if they studied Tyrod Taylor tape.
My fantasy defense about to eat. Let's go. Eat.
I just know. I don't know. I just feel like this is gonna be one of those games where Josh just does some dumb stuff. But who knows? It may be a blowout. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm wrong from time to time.
All right. Well, let's get to the story that both of y'all want to talk about. Come on.
All right. Let's go. Monday Night Football.
Here we go.
Cowboys at the Chargers. My Cowboys gonna play the Chargers in a home game in LA. We're gonna be more Cowboy fans probably in that stadium than the Chargers fans. What do you got on this, Cat? We'll go Canteen, Jake, and then Omar, and then we'll wrap up. What do you got here? Chargers, Cowboys, Monday Night Football. Chargers are 1.5 point underdogs at home. Go ahead.
Hey man, after last week's massacre, disaster, catastrophe, massacre, disaster, whatever, I foresee us having a bounce back game, not a blowout. I like the Cowboys in 6. 30-36 Cowboys win. In SoFi. 30-36. Cowboys
30-36.
Wait, why don't you just say 36-30 so we understand?
Right?
I know. Why do you do that?
It's like when he says a 3-point game and he says it and it's a 4-point spread.
You understand?
36-30? Is that what you're saying, Canty? Help us out, man. Okay, 36.
Yes.
Go ahead, Jake. Okay. Okay.
A must win for Dallas.
Oh, a must win. Okay. What do you think, Jake? I know you're a Cowboy hater, so you're going to say we're going to lose. So.
No, this is no hater. This is just facts.
It's facts.
This is Kellen.
Oh, is that what you put out, Jake?
Tour. Y'all heard it. What I said earlier. Kellen Moore Revenge Tour, and he does it well. He shows. He doesn't forget what y'all did to him last year.
Okay.
Y'all said your offense. Mike McCarthy threw him under the bus, and so did Dak, and he remembers that. Oh, absolutely. Somebody had to be the scapegoat for y'all not winning against the Niners last year. And Mike McCarthy threw him so fast into that bus. So that's fine.
Okay.
So now Kellen Moore is going to show up to show out. I got 35-21.
Okay.
Chargers.
35-21. Wow. The blowout, basically.
Okay. And I'm not a Chargers fan. I hate them. But Bolts are going to win that one.
Oh, okay. All right. What you got, Omar? You on there with the bandwagon with Jake?
I don't agree with the blowout, but I do agree with the Kellen Moore revenge game.
Oh,
the revenge is real, and
Kellen Moore revenge tour.
Omar and Hot Take Jake agreeing.
I mean, that's crazy, but it is true.
The apocalypse is upon us.
When you have one of these revenge games like these, And especially when
I
one
tell
of
you.
them involves a coach, right? Like Kellen Moore, who coached up Dak Prescott last year, and knows the plays that Mike McCarthy likes to call. This is a classic case of the Cowboys defense had a bad game last week. The Cowboys defense is better than the Chargers, but the Chargers offense is better than the Cowboys offense. So these teams coming together at home for the Chargers, I'm going to have to say that Kellen Moore, knowing more about the Cowboys, will be able to expose, since that's the word of the day we'll use. Which I don't believe will be an exposing, but it will be because that's actually the definition of expose, is that he actually knows Dak Prescott, knows Mike McCarthy. Chargers win 28-21. I don't think it does anything to the Cowboys in the long run. I still think they're one of the best teams in the NFC, and I still think the Chargers are one of the worst in the AFC. I still think their coach, Brandon Staley, needs to be fired. But that being said, the Kellen Moore revenge game, tour, as Jake says, is real. Chargers win by 7, 28-21.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So it's just me and you, Ken. It's gonna sound like Homer's here. But you know, we had a bad game. We had a bad game.
Pace yourself, young man. Pace yourself. We got this.
We had a bad game. I admit it. It wasn't good. It got out of hand. And, you know, all the 49ers fans had a good time. Even the haters like Jake, you know, had a good time with that game.
Those no hate. Those just facts.
No, you just had a good time with it. I know. It's all right. I got my bag ready for you for the rest of the season there, Jake. But, yeah.
It's a natural hater, man.
Yeah, it happens, right? But here's the thing. You know, the Chargers have probably one of the worst defenses in the National Football League. I think they're like number 20-something. They're like in the bottom half on passing and rushing.
They're second last.
And we're still, despite what happened last week, we're still a number 4 defense in the NFL according to Pro Football Focus. And so I think that our defense is going to be able to slow them down. Like you said, he knows what Mike McCarthy like. You're talking about Kellen Moore, and at the same token, Dan Quinn knows what Kellen Moore likes to do. And I think Dan Quinn is a better strategist on defense than Kellen Moore is a strategist on offense. I know Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore was on my team for a long time. I know who he is. I know his tendencies. I know what he likes to do. And he's going to make dumb decisions on offense like he always does. He'll make some dumb decisions and, you know, throw the ball 3 times, a few times, go 3 and out. Just do some dumb things, dumb plays. That's just who he is. That's what he does. He can give you numbers. He can run up and down the field in between the numbers. And even he's got a good, decent red zone offense and all that. But at the same time, he makes some dumb decisions sometimes, especially when the game is on the line. And so I think that, I don't know.
My mind's telling me no, but my body,
All right, joint.
but my body telling me yeah. My mind's telling me no.
But my mind's telling me something.
I don't think you can play
But my
that
body,
anymore.
baby.
I don't think you can play that anymore.
Oh, yeah. We're going to beat this. This is a get-right game for the Cowboys. We're going to get right this game, and we're going to beat the Chargers. It won't be a blowout necessarily, but it's going to be a double-digit score game, 10 points. We're going to beat the Chargers, something in the neighborhood of, I like Canteen score, 36-30. But I'm going to go a little lower scoring. I'm going to go 31
Follow your boy.
to 20.
Follow your boy.
31-20. That we're going to beat these Chargers and get right at home in Chargers Stadium. It's a home game for us. That's right. It's a home game because we own that stadium. We own the Chargers. We own Kellen Moore. We're going to beat them. This is a get right game for the Cowboys. Get back on track. And that's why not?
I don't think you can play that anymore. I think that might be against the law now after everything.
Is that against the law?
I'm not sure. I'm just saying.
It's a sound effect. Come on.
We'll see what happens. We'll be back.
Gotta be okay.
R. Kelly was a talented person.
We'll be back on Tuesday to see
he was.
on why the Cowboys
Besides
lost.
his flaws, Flo,
Yeah.
the brother was talented, man.
He was
That's
talented.
crazy. That's crazy in this world, though. How we'll put up with people and
Cowboys
things that they
better
do
show
because
up,
of their
man.
talent. How crazy is that?
It is.
heard
Yeah,
it
we
here
do.
Think
we
about
do that.
think about Bill Cosby. Think about Michael Jackson. Think about like
Kelly
anybody.
Moore
Think
Revenge
about
Tour.
Taylor Swift.
Well, I mean, don't you
Kellen
ever
Moore
besmirch the
Revenge
name
Tour,
of
guys.
You're
my
gonna, I knew you were
Tay-Tay,
gonna say that.
I love you, Tay-Tay. By the way, everybody, I see all y'all checking out Ball and Buds. I had the Taylor Swift 4-part series. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Oh,
It
yeah.
had over 3,000 views combined on all services, but no new subscribers, no new followers. What's going on with y'all? Smash the subscribe button at Ball and Buds
Do that.
and smash it at the Bottom Line Sports.
Let's go. That's the show, baby.
So, baby.
Thanks for showing us. Hey, Omar, let us know what's happening, Ball and Buds. You're having a combat show, a combat sports show. When is that happening? Let us know, Ball and Buds.
Thank you, my dear friend Flo.
Yes,
This
sir.
Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. You will have Clubber D, the Combat G, our UFC and Combat Sports Insider, and myself, the Sports Professor. You will have us for our Combat Sports Special, Thursday special edition, because UFC 294 is in the Middle East, and it will be at 2 p.m. on Saturday. We are going to go Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, go to Ball and Buds to subscribe, or you should subscribe there, but you can also subscribe at the Bottom Line Sports on Facebook and watch us there as well. So come watch us talk about UFC 294, 2 huge fights. Volkanovski and Makhachev are back at it again. Plus, Usman fights Chimaev, and then you got the big Tyson Fury versus Ngannou fight that we're going to talk about as well. So
Let's go. All right. Any final takes? Hot take?
Let's go, man.
Hey, man. Kellen Moore Revenge Tour, guys. Y'all heard it here first, man. Can't wait for the excuses to come out on Tuesday.
Let's go.
Canteen.
Let's-
Don't run,
Canteen.
buddy.
Don't run. We don't run. We don't hide. We show up. That's what we do.
I'm gonna be right
Hey.
here, man.
Catch us on Tuesday. We'll be back Tuesday
up.
evening
We
for
show
our
up.
full show. Talk some Major
Tuesday.
League Baseball. We're going to talk
Tuesday we find out the
6:35
excuses.
Central. On Tuesday, we're going to have our full show.
We show up.
Wrap up Sunday night football, Monday night football, and put
We
Jake
show
in
up,
his place.
Talk some
Put Jake in
baseball.
his place. Talk baseball, everything. Talk a little
Let's
more
go,
sports. We
Phillies.
appreciate you guys. We'll see
Hey,
you next
we got
time
some
on the
good
Ball Line
series right
Sports.
now, y'all. We got the
Let's
Rangers
go.
versus the Astros.
Hey,
We
what's
got
the score?
Phillies
What's the
versus
score?
D-backs. It's 1-0 Rangers in the third.
1-0
inning.
Rangers. Let's go. Appreciate you. Hit like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Hey, go subscribe, like this show, share this show, do all that good stuff. We appreciate you guys. We see you next time on the Bottom Line Sports, baby.
Always.